Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Cher, that girl Cher. And this episode today is going to be a get ready with me. Today is my friend Layel's birthday. She is turning 35, and we are going out to the skate rink tonight. So I'm going to do my makeup while I chit chat with you. So what do I want to start with? I think I'm going to start with my eyes and then work from there and just build up something nice. I could even go for the opposite and give myself color on my eyes because my outfit is just plain black and white. So pretty much I can do whatever I want because my outfit is neutral, so to speak. I am filming these tutorials. They are getting more comfortable as I go, and I like how they turn out. I'm trying to not be so worried about perfection because everybody has to start somewhere, you know? So I am not the greatest makeup artist, but I think I do a pretty darn good job with what I know, and I hope that you enjoy watching it on me while I do it. So yeah, so I filmed a couple like get ready with me's. My brows are coming in like the Hulk, like strong, but I haven't really been able to get anything done really. I've been running around for a while now since school ended with projects. Like, I've been lucky enough that I feel like sometimes I feel like I'm not doing enough, but I also feel like I'm juggling multiple things that sometimes they just take time, and that takes a minute for me to get there. I just used a clear gel on my eyes by NYX. It's the Control Freak. I need to get another tube of this, but I really like it. It's just to lay my brows, no makeup on them yet. But yeah, so I don't know if it's an issue of like having too many interests or just learning how to juggle things, but I'm working on it. I'm working on getting better at it. I do a variety of things outside of YouTube with and makeup with art. As I'm an art student, I'm a senior, and I'm in the process of finishing up my last year and just trying to find work, you know, because my job closed due to COVID and some other transition issues. So I'm just trying to find balance, and wanting to do so many things I think at one time is cool, but also like stressful and hopefully not detrimental in the long run. So just trying to like focus on the things that I think work the best for me for what I'm trying to do. I feel like that none of that made sense. I'm in the process of, I guess, still trying to figure out what it is exactly I want to do. I just know that I want to have space to still be creative and work directly with art and be financially stable. Like, isn't that the dream for everybody? Like, just swap out the career. I mean, building wealth would be absolutely amazing, but honestly, I just want enough to be able to support myself and just put money into projects and not have to go answer to someone every day in a place or an environment that I hate, or deal with, you know, coworkers and management that don't really care about me. I want the freedom to work with really cool people doing things that I enjoy. And my interests change from so many things, you know. I love fashion. I love art, obviously. But I like to paint. I like to draw. I like to make clothing. I like to make things, like anything working with my hands is absolutely soothing for me. I like to sing. Like, these are all things that I keep telling myself that I'm gonna launch, and it just feels like it takes forever. And sometimes I think I get in my own way because there's so many things, but I don't know where to start and understand if I'm putting them in the right, my time into the right projects. I'm trying to make sure my eyes are even. So, yeah. I do think I want, and I have multiple ideas for YouTube. I've been telling myself I wanted to do YouTube for years now. And I'm lucky I have friends that are super supportive that have been telling me, make a channel, just do it. And I think I'm finally at that point where I am doing it, and I have all this setup of all this stuff. It's just a matter of execution and using my time wisely. And there's a lot of moving parts, I think a lot of times we watch people who have their come up story and we're like, oh, that was difficult, or they managed to persevere through it. But I think we seriously underestimate how a lot of careers, especially that pertain to arts and entertainment and creativity, require a lot of money, a lot of financial backing that a lot of us don't have. So sometimes it just feels unreachable, like maybe I'm asking for too much, or maybe I'm way out of my league, or maybe I'm just not good enough. And it doesn't help, like, access is a problem. Like, I've been talking to my friend, one of my friends, she's a dancer, and we're making moves because we're trying to, she's already has her bachelor's degree, but she's in school working on her master's, but is thinking about changing universities. And I'm about to graduate, and we want to relocate. I've been trying to find adult dance classes in Connecticut, like hip hop based, or learning choreo for forever, and it's just Connecticut is not conducive to that type of work. And if you do find it, you better come in already have experience under your belt. They don't want beginners. There's no teachers offering classes to train people how to get started. And I don't know, when I launch, like, I believe in being a triple threat, songwriting, singer, songwriter, dancer, performer, actress. Like, the OGs really put in work, and I'm not trying to be perfect, but I feel like I'm a Jill of all trades. And packaging is presentation, and packaging, like, full, not packaging as an external, but packaging as in like together, like having yourself clear and knowing who you are, what work you're trying to complete is very important to me. And I have a vision, and I want to execute that vision to the best of my ability. And sometimes, I just get discouraged because I don't know where to start. And then I get, down to, like, do people even care? Do people even want to watch? Like, why would you want to watch me? Just because I do makeup? Like, what about me is special that you care enough to, like, come watch me regularly in comparison to others that can do a better job at makeup than me, So it's tough, but I'm persevering as best as I can, and talking to others around me, my local fellow artists, people I look up to, and people that look up to me, reinforce that, like, the work that I'm doing will not be in vain. It feels like it, but that's just because I'm in it right now, and I have to believe that it'll come out to something good, And trying to make sure, like, if I have to cry through it, that's okay. Just keep moving. You gotta keep moving. Even when the tears come. Don't stop. I'm having a problem with my eczema on my face. So my skin has a little bit more texture to it than I would like, but we're pulling through. Sorry, I have the palette right in front of my face. But yeah, I want to keep going. I think I'm in a space now mentally that I wasn't before, which I think has also been a deterrent. Just, man, when you fall off mentally, getting yourself back together is really hard. Picking up the pieces from depression and trying to treat anxiety and live in a society that does not care about it, you know, because even though we're having more combos like, oh, mental health is important, we want people to be okay, talk to somebody, a lot of people don't have the patience or the time to deal with people that are mentally unwell. And I get it, because life is happening for them too, you know, but it can feel really, really lonely, because some people not everybody has the compassion for you. It's kind of like if you lose someone, like if someone was to pass that you love, like everyone's like, oh, I wish you well, and you know, condolences, and they apologize, you know, sorry for your loss and hoping that you get through it. But at some point people are gonna expect you to get over it. Like, if you're crying about that same person maybe months later or years later, people are like, why? Like, okay, I thought we were over it. Same thing with heartbreak. Like, people really be hurting because getting your feelings hurt is painful. And a lot of people just, you know, you're like, okay, cool, that's sad, I feel bad for you. But at some point they're just like, okay, you still crying about that? Like, yes, I am still crying about that. I really love this person. Or someone I thought I knew turned out to be somebody that is not the person I believed them to be. Or, you know, I had a dream or thoughts of where I thought we were gonna go, and that's completely dashed. Like, why am I not allowed to cry for it? Why can't I mourn for what is not true? And there was a point here. Oh, when it comes to my mental health, or everyone's mental health in general, I think we treat people like, okay, has an expiration date. Like, one day you'll get up and you won't be sad anymore. And it's like, it's not like that. It's not like that. Not when it's chronic. Not when you have things that are weighing you down. Not when life is not necessarily improving for you. You know, when you're getting up every day and putting work in, but your circumstances still don't change. You know, trying to figure out what you're doing wrong. And if people don't have compassion, sometimes too, people always want to give you answers and they don't know. Sometimes I don't, you know, like I have a friend like that. When I call her up, and if we're like upset about something, you know, she'll and I applaud her for being self-aware. You know, she'll ask, like, are we... Sorry, y'all, phone call. So yeah, like I was saying, the friend, she's self-aware, and she'll ask, you know, is this a conversation where you're looking for a solution, or are you just looking for a person to vent to? Which I know some people might be like, wow, that's kind of harsh, but the distinction helps, because not everybody's really good at giving advice, and some people aren't very patient. So to me, it's very helpful that my friends are willing to be like, I can absolutely listen to you. How do you want me to treat you? How do you need me to help you and assist you? Because the worst is if you go to someone that confide in them and they offer you advice, but they come off like impatient or like you're doing the wrong thing. And I get it. I also know that dealing with people that you love that are in a tough place mentally is a really hard thing to deal with. So sometimes as the friend or as the partner in the relationship, you're not really sure what to do or how you can help. You just want your partner or your friend or your loved one in general to feel better, you know? And sometimes therapy it takes time. It takes time. We think therapy is just a quick fix. Sometimes it might be in need of medication. Sometimes you have to go through the trouble of like the time of them, you know, period of them adjusting your dosages and getting that right. So it can be in a really taxing process, but it's one that's worth it. You know, being your best self is worth all the trial and error. And hopefully you all have somebody that you can confide in that does prioritize your mental health, that helps you, that checks in, and all of us should have it. All of us should be doing it for our friends as well. So I know you can't really see it because I feel like it's not as heavy, but it looks better off camera. I'm trying not to go too heavy, but I definitely could. I need to do a mask. My skin is ticked off. I wish they had like a palette. I know I've seen two make them. One is a brand I'm not supporting, but like a gray browns palette, but like for brown skin. Like I'm worried that, and I know you're like, but gray. I'm worried that if I was to buy those palettes that they would be ashy. And I know you're like, but gray is ashy, but I don't know how to explain it. There'll be like a warmness that I'm looking for that I don't think those palettes currently have. You have to be very, very fair skinned for them to be effective on your skin, because they're not layerable. But like something for grungy looks or for 90s looks, something that's like really moody and heavy, you know? Because sometimes I don't want to wear black. Like black is one of my favorite colors, but I feel like sometimes it's harder to build depth with black the way I want to, versus if I had like a few varying deep grays and deep blacks, like gray purples, gray blues, and greens. Like they would be much more blendable with other looks that I'm trying to do. You know what I mean? Versus just black. Like black shows up, if you don't know what you're doing, it'll take over the whole look. I'm saying this as a girl who loves the color black. Like, but I'm almost done. Also, I'm sorry, I should have probably told you what palette I'm using. I'm just kind of free falling here. I'm using the Violet Voss I Love You Cherry Much palette, which I recently picked up from Sephora. I really like this palette actually. It's a shade of pinks, and I was looking for something that was like romantic and peachy, and I think this is really doing the trick. It shows up really nicely, and the color payoff is dope. And I'm using the 35C Everyday Chic Morphe palette. I'm switching between this deep color right here, these two grays down here, and this color and these, because I'm trying to build like a really pale eye. It's working. I think it's not showing up as deep as I anticipated, but I'm not I'm not mad at that because it's building up. I feel like I'm able to cover it and get the color payoff that I want. It's giving me more control in this way, if that makes sense. To like keep the shape that I want for my eye. So yeah, I always have these chats with the camera, but then don't post anything, which defeats the purpose. But I promise you I'm working on it, and I'm getting better now that feel like I got my mental health under control. And also I was unemployed for a minute, so that was my focus of like, how am I gonna pay bills? You know, I'm lucky enough to live at home, and my mom is okay with me staying here, and doesn't, I don't have to pay rent at this very moment, but I do still contribute to my household in other ways, and I still pay bills for myself. Why is my eye tearing up? You're fucking up the look. I still contribute to my household in other ways, and I still pay bills of my own. So, yeah, that was a priority of mine. So I had to put YouTube down for a minute while I got myself together. And slowly, in that time, I was also accumulating more what's the word? Equipment. That's the word I'm looking for. I was building more equipment, buying more equipment, and setting up so that I could make work. So that took some time. I'm satisfied. I'm going to put some eyeliner on and pray that I don't fuck it up. Don't fuck it up. And I need my eyes to stop tearing up for whatever reason. I'm not sad. It's probably my allergies. I hate when that happens. Like, you ever have it where your eyes just start watering for no apparent reason? And I'm gonna be real still while I'm doing this because my eyes are not perfectly symmetrical. So often the tell comes from my eyeliner. Because my eyeliner is usually uneven. Nobody's ever said anything, but it's something I noticed, and it aggravates me. And it doesn't help because I have hooded lids, so that is why I'm drawing this funny looking shape on my eye, so that when my eyes open, it looks like a regular winged liner versus a regular wing liner. Also, I would have liked a really dark brown. Like in this case, I probably, if I had an option, I would just use a really deep brown instead of a black. Like how I mentioned for that palette of grays and browns and creams and taupes and off-whites. It's not perfect, but it'll do for what I need. I'm sorry, I know I have the camera right in front of, the mirror right in front of my face blocking the camera. It's because I'm trying to get this just right because I already see I'm gonna have to touch up some spots. I don't hate it. Don't hate it. And my eyes look... Whew. It's crazy because now doing my makeup, I'm like, what was I doing to my... What did my eyes... Like, I know my eye shape didn't change drastically since I was a kid. And I know for a fact I wasn't applying makeup then the way I did. Granted, scene kids really didn't do our makeup. It was more so about the power of your eyeliner, which was my whole shit of just like blackety black liners, like thick as you can make it, which basically gave me the big raccoon eyes. But you know, I was rocking with it. I liked it. Yeah, this fluffy brush is the shit. Okay, so I'm just gonna go back in, create some definition there. This gray color, like right underneath my eye, the corner of my eye. That is messing me up. I also ordered more washi tape because I don't know what I did with my last pack to avoid these exact moments. So I just ordered a new one. I'm so upset my eczema has spread to my face. This is annoying the shit out of me right now. Like, I have dry patches, and it's so what's frustrating mostly about it is the medications that they give you for eczema are so strong I can't use them on my face, around my eyes and stuff, because the skin there is so sensitive and it's thin. Maybe I can get away with dabbing a little bit on my cheeks. And it's weird because as I've gotten older, you know, I'm almost 30. I'm really not supposed to have eczema anymore. They say it's something you grow out of, and I've had it my entire childhood and full on into adulthood. It's not raging the way it used to when I was younger, I will say that, but when it shows up, it wants blood. Like, it's vicious, and it's been coming on my face for the last couple years, which is new and oh so frustrating, because then my makeup doesn't sit the way I want it to. And it's crazy because that's one of the compliments I get, is like, oh, your face is so clear, you have such good skin. I'm like, you don't understand how much I have to fight to fake how my skin looks and the work that I have to put in. Okay, so now I'm trying to think, do I want to put my brows on first? I think I'm gonna go ahead and start my face now that my eyes are done, and I'll apply some mascara in the meantime. Actually, do I want mascara right now? I'll save that for last just in case, because I know I'll get makeup on my face. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with the... Actually, what I'm gonna do first is wet my beauty blender. That's what I'm gonna do first, is go wet my beauty blender and come right back. Because if it's not damp, then we're not gonna get nothing done. So let me start there. Let me go wet this and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So we now have a damp or wet beauty blender rather, and a clear face. I've wiped all the excess off. I know some people like to do the face first, but because of fallout, I prefer to do my eyes first. And I feel like I need to stay with doing that because I do it the other way, but I like how my skin came out the other day. I'm sorry, that made no sense. So normally I do my face first, then I do my eyes, but I did it the opposite the other way and today, and I think I like that look better. Just because I like the finished product a little bit more. So I'm gonna do a little correcting, not a whole lot, just around my mouth. I did recently shave my face again, but I feel like there's a little bit darkness then, because my skin is a little bit uneven because I've been walking a lot, so I've been out and walking and hiking, so I've been out and about a lot, so I just wanted to do that just to even it out. So I think what I'm going to do differently today is I think I'm going to normally when I do my face, I conceal underneath the foundation. But I think what I'm gonna do instead is, if I can remember what I did, I think I'm gonna put this lighter concealer underneath and then use a warmer concealer on top when I'm done. I know that makes no sense, but you'll see. So I'm using the shade Mocha by the in the Born This Way collection by Too Faced. This is a lighter one. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go right underneath my eye. And I don't really do the triangular shape anymore. I don't think any of us do. Just so that I can conceal a little bit better under my eyes, because I have a little bit of dry patches. And like I said, I've been in the sun. So I just want that to sit out a little bit. And I am gonna go over the color corrector with it. Now I know if I forgot his name. If one of our other, popular YouTubers, I forgot his name, why can't I remember it? I know that he reviews people's routines. I know he'll say, you don't need the color corrector because you already have the concealer. But I just want the extra insurance. That's all. So. And it doesn't have to be perfect because we're going to cover it with foundation. And as you can see, that already blended really nicely above my lip. And I'm going to do the same thing under my eyes. The goal isn't to, rub it. It's just to pat it down to spread the product. Because Born This Way, the Too Faced collection, is, medium coverage. So it does a pretty damn good job of shellacking down and doing its thing. So I don't really need to do a whole lot to get it to sit. And that's already just my top lip and under my eye. So now I'm going to use 2 foundations because I'm due for a refill of the Born This Way foundation. So I'm just gonna mix it with another drugstore one I have. So I'm gonna be using the Fit Me foundation by Maybelline in the shade 355, which is coconut. Also, their system for numbers in their concealers / contour colors are very odd. I've gone to several stores, and I know that people getting your shade, it depends in the area that you live, because they stock colors based on who lives in that area. And there's some very weird stuff going on with that section for the brown girls. It just goes very pale, but some of those colors look very similar that you can't differentiate. And it doesn't help because you can't open anything to see what the colors look like. So I just have to believe them and then get the wrong color. You'll see what I mean. So I'm using the Born This Way foundation in the shade Chai. And I'm combining these two. Yeah, Chai doesn't have a number. Okay, I was just checking. Combining these two because my Born This Way foundation is on its way out. And I'm just trying to preserve the mixing of the product, And I actually really like the finish that this had when I used it the other day. Because I like to get Born This Way, not Born This Way. Maybelline has another shade that I like to use for when I get tanner, which is where the direction I'm headed in. But they were sold out at the time when I was trying to get it, so I'll have to try another store or see if they have it in stock again at the location I went to. Yeah. And I don't know what the coverage is on the Maybelline. Don't worry, I know I have it on my piercing. I always clean it off when I'm done. Unfortunately, the piece that's in there isn't one that I can just unscrew really easily. so I have to leave it in while I do my makeup. I'm about to skip my whole forehead. I'm trying to blend it out around my eyes, because normally when I do my foundation, I put my foundation on over my eyelids to help blendability with the skin and the eye look. But because I started with eyes first, I didn't get to do that. So maybe in the future what I'll do is maybe I'll apply a little bit of foundation over the upper part of my face by my eyes. And it looks really light right now, but I promise when it dries down, it won't look so outrageously different. And because the order we did it in, I could always go and touch it up later. Which honestly I don't mind this part, because then it lets me have like crisp, clean lines. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like similar to the effect I would have got with the washi tape. Okay. So as you can see, it's pretty opaque, because I have a birthmark there that's covered, and I have another one right here in this area that's also covered. But my skin already looks healthy and hydrated. Now I have to make it look like skin again, because it looks like I have product on. So I'm just gonna let that be done. I'm finished with that. Finished with this. I'm gonna take out the two concealers and the contours. Okay. So what I'm going to do, since I've concealed underneath, now it's all the same color, which is really helpful. Now my palette is now even. This one's a little bit warmer though. It's a little bit warmer than the one that I just used. This is Hazelnut, number 55, by also in the Fit Me collection. It's a concealer. So I'm just gonna do the same thing in that tear duct so it's not so warm. And apply a little bit here. We're not looking for a whole lot. You see? That's all we need. You don't need no more than that. And that's just to bring the color back to my face, so it's not. I don't like when, I know we're supposed to do it in sections, but I really don't like when the like under eye is like super bright in comparison to the rest of the face. Like I get it that it's supposed to be lighter, and that's fine, but I don't like when it's super, I can tell. I don't like looking at like makeup and seeing that there is clearly concealer under your eye. You know what I mean? Your skin's supposed to look like skin. See that? I look like I'm not getting enough sleep. My skin is snitching on me. It also means I need to clean my beauty blender because I have excess product on my hands. So that is done. And I also like this concealer enough where I like the contour so it's not super obvious on my face as the other one is, where it's brighter. So I'm gonna take that same one and bring it down my nose. I'm gonna use it on my chin. Gonna use it between my eyes. And right on my upper lip. Also under my nose. And I do that for the same reason, where it's supposed to be a little lighter, but not super obvious. I want it to look like it's catching the light really well, and my skin is just glistening like I have a perfect complexion. The goal is not to I don't want people to walk up to me and see makeup. Obviously they'll know I'm wearing makeup, but you get what I mean. The same thing for the contour. I'm going in with the shade 60 in Cocoa. I like this contour on my nose because it's not too harsh. Like, we're just trying to create a little shadow. We're not trying to reshape my nose. I kind of like my nose. We have a love-hate relationship, but I'm not trying to get rid of her, you know? I want her to look the same. We just want her to be balanced with the rest of the face, that's all. That is all. But where I am gonna use the darker contour that I have, also by Born This Way, is underneath my lip, and that's just to create more dimension for my upper lip in the shade Cocoa. That can't be right. Cocoa? Oh, Cocoa and Mocha. I was about to be like, they have the same name? Oh yeah, the other concealer also named Cocoa. Isn't that funny? But they're not the same shade. One is deeper than the other. You see? The face is on. We've contoured. And then I'm gonna go right up under my eyes with the Fit Me powder in the shade 35 Deep. Actually, I take that back. I'm not gonna use that. I do like it, but I don't want to use. I'm not gonna use that one. I also lied again. I forgot to contour the rest of my face. I was like, something is missing. So I am taking the Cocoa by Born This Way because it is the deeper shade on my cheekbones and my jawline. Because, you know, she gotta hide the double chin. And then I'm gonna take the other Cocoa by the Maybelline Born This Way, and I'm gonna put it underneath. Now look at how they're both Cocoa, and look at the. My camera's not being very nice to me. Look at the color difference. Like, how are they both Cocoa? But that's okay because, like I said, I'm using both because they have a purpose. And what I'm doing is I'm blending it out and putting it right underneath because I like the way that they blend out my face shape. Like, blend out color-wise so it doesn't look so harsh. Let me blend out my chin first. Let's start there. And we are blending all the way down the neck. Okay? This is important. Make sure everything matches. Don't forget around the chin. So I did that around my chin to make my face look more sculpted. And we also contoured around my neck to hide this double chin. And to be honest, the Born This Way doe foot applicator kind of gives me a lot of product, so I could have just dotted it. I think I would have been better off dotting it. It would have given me less product, but that's okay. We're gonna use it to our advantage. And it looks like a really harsh line on camera, but when I'm done blending it, it won't look so wild. Better already. And then now I'm just gonna go in the middle and blend the other contour that softens out that harsh line from the other one. So up to my neck. So now I don't have like a very deep dark line going across my face. Looks very natural. The skin looks very nice, very nice. A little texture, but I'm okay with that. It's skin. Skin's gonna skin, you know? So then now I'm gonna go in with powder under my eye. And I'm gonna use Airspun. I think that's a soft Coty Airspun loose face powder. And I'm using it in the shade Translucent. And I do have two other powders, the Fit Me powder, and I do have the Beauty Bakery translucent powder, which my friend had gave me because she didn't like how it sat on her skin. I think her skin tone is deeper than mine, and I think she said it doesn't look translucent on her. But I don't like the Fit Me powder, not because of the color, but because of the way it breaks up on my face. Like, I feel like it's not formulated to sit under my eye. But the Airspun I do like. It does have a bit of a scent, which kind of bothers me, but so far I haven't had a reaction to it, which is good. As a person with sensitive skin. So, I'm gonna also set my upper lip because I'll be sweating. And my nose because it likes to break up on my nose. Okay, just let that sit for a second and then dust off the excess in a moment. And in the meantime, while I wait for that, I'm going to touch up my eyes real quick. Whew. I feel like I have extra like a brush hair on my face. It's tickling me. Okay, so I just want to go back in. Actually, let me get a narrower brush, less poofy. Yeah. Something like this, and sweep that under my eye. Also, I want to talk about hot topics that are in the news, but I don't know. Sometimes I feel like, I guess I don't like talking about topics that I don't have like a lot of nuance with. I think I have a lot of opinions, but I don't know if they're necessarily things that I should share with the public. It's a very different thing of having a conversation in private with friends and family, and trying to figure out how things work versus taking your views to the internet, as the internet has zero chill. But it is something that interests me. I also have a very short attention span. Sorry, blame the anxiety, but I'm sorry, not blame the ADHD. It's hard to focus on things, keep my focus for a long time, which is also why I think I change from thing to thing, because I like a variety of things, and my attention span is short enough to hold them all separately. So I think that's what I do. So now I'm dusting off the excess powder, and it looks a little chalky right now, but when I go to set my whole face, it won't look like that. So now that we've contoured and highlighted, we can start blushing and bronzing. Blushing and bronzing. I've done a variety of pinks and highlighting too. Let's do this shade Queen. Let's see what this looks like. Yeah, I think that's minute enough. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with the Morphe blush palette, the Cool Pro 8C in the shade Queen. It looks like a deep mauve on camera, but it's like it's a warm pink, and I'm probably gonna layer these two, Queen and Drama. Actually, Drama has glitter in it. Maybe Sexy, I don't know, let's see. Also, I got to test out cream blushes for the first time. I was using some products that my friend got, and I really like them. They're really layerable, and I would love to get my own, but I don't even know where to look. Like, my makeup knowledge comes from, like, of course, watching YouTube and stuff, but it'd be nice if I could get my hands on some. You guys, if you can recommend any, let me know. I I feel like even though I dusted that, that still went very wrong. I'm gonna blush the top of my nose too. And I am gonna go in with hot, which is that hot pink shade right above it, and layer that on top. Right on top. Perhaps she was a little heavy-handed with the blush, but I dig it. I dig it. And then a highlighter. I don't even know what to highlight with. I don't really want to use a pink highlighter. Witty. Babe. What does Babe look like? Witty. I think I'm gonna go with Witty. Okay, so I'm gonna do another palette. This is the 8W, which is the warm master palette, also by Morphe blush palette, blush highlighters. So, oh, what color is Beat? Yeah, I think I'm gonna stick with Babe. Okay, so I'm gonna take that same, no, I'm not. Yeah, I am. I'm gonna take that same fluffy brush I just used to apply my brush and blush, jeez, and use that to apply my highlighter. Yep. This was the right decision. Highlighter. Make them holographic. You know? And then I'm going to take, actually, I can use that same brush. And then I'm going to highlight my ears. No, that's not working. It's not working. Take a different brush with that same highlighter and highlight my ears. There we go. Yes, I do bring foundation and everything all the way to my ears. And I like highlighting my ears because it's glitter. Like, why would I not want to have warmed ears as well? I'm also going to do it right between my eyes, because who doesn't like a little shine right underneath their eyes? Right betwixt their eyes. And I'm gonna apply a little bit on my brow bone. You see that? How that catches the light? Jeez. And I need to go ahead and find a time to get my brows done again, because these bad boys are here. And oh, don't forget the tip of my nose. It's giving very fairy, but I like it. I like looking like a fairy. So then now I'm gonna bronze. Oh, okay, it is in here. I was worried for a second it wasn't in the right spot. I'm going to go in with the Fenty bronzer in the shade Mocha Mami to bronze my face. I really like this shade. It's crazy too, because I've been looking for another bronzer just to have like another one in my collection, and a lot of these bronzers really are not brown girl friendly. Like, not even trying to be low about it, just openly not for the brown girls. And that annoys me to my core, because we like makeup and like get looking cute. So why? I mean, I get it if it's like a formulation thing of being like, oh, we don't know what color's best to serve you, but I feel like y'all could do a collaboration or call in some other brown person that works in the industry and make shades. Like, it's not some inconceivable, impossible task to do, especially when you have a few different brands out here, including black owned, yeah, quite a few, even black owned ones that are making shades for brown girls. So they need to step their game up. That was just a call to the industry in general, not at anyone in particular. It's just something I noticed, that when they say bronze, I'll be like, this is a highlighter. This is a highlighter for me. This is not a, what are we bronzing here? You want me to put light gold across my face? Like, so I look ashy and glittery? Is that what we're doing? Make it make sense. Because it don't make no sense. Don't make no sense. I realized I also forgot to highlight my chin, so let me just do that real quick. Highlight my chin. Because looking cute, like an outer space alien, is always a goal. Come on now. Come on now. Okay, so we've bronzed, we've blushed, we've contoured, we've highlighted. I think I need a lip and fix my brows, and I'm good to go. And then we're gonna set this baby and go get dressed for the final look. I don't know what color lip to do, guys. That's always the downside to these looks too, is like, just making sure my brush isn't stinky. What does one do? Like, what does one put on there? Actually, I think I have an idea, guys. I think I have an idea. Hopefully I don't ruin it. I've been trying to avoid dark lipsticks lately. I feel like they make me look older in a way that I don't like. You know, I remember when you was like dying to wear like lipstick and stuff, and you would go for a deep shade, like, oh, you wearing a red, you're wearing a burgundy, you know, those kind of colors, which I'm not opposed to, of course. They're in my collection, obviously, but I don't know, they just make me look mature sometimes in a way that I'm not going for, like I'm in the wrong bracket or something. I actually don't even think I'm gonna do my brows in the way that I'm thinking of. I think I'm actually gonna take this brown pen liquid liner, tattoo liner, Mad Max Brown by KVD, and I'm just gonna go fill in some spots. Like, I really don't like a really heavy made up brow. I like messy brows that just look natural. So I'm just filling in some spots to give it more structure. And make it come to a point, because for some reason my brows don't do that. So another thing I want to start doing as well. Oh, okay. She was a little heavy-handed with that one. Is starting doing my makeup on my right eye rather than my left. Because it's my least dominant. I'm left-handed, so I want to do makeup on the side that is not on my dominant hand side, because I feel like this one always comes out really made up and done well, and the other one not. It's not bad, but it's not as strong as the left side. And I'm just going back in with the gel to blend it all out, soften it up some, because I was wilding a little bit with that brush. Also, shout out to my neighbor who grabbed my package, because Amazon, who we keep telling to stop leaving our packages on the porch, did exactly that, and I thought my package got stolen, but my neighbor was nice enough and she saw it and she grabbed it for me. So shouts out to her. And now trying to draw my mold back on if I could. I always forget to do that, so that was why I took the time to draw them back on. Okay, so we've bronzed, we have blushed, we've contoured, we've highlighted, my brows are done. I need a lip. What am I gonna wear on my lip? What am I gonna wear? What am I gonna wear on my lip? You know I'm gonna wear 2 colors, so let's already establish that. I think I already know what I'm gonna do. I'm going to line my lips with a deep brown liner first. Yeah, that one's more purpley. Deep brown. This is a Sephora lip pencil, gel lip pencil. It's really smooth, I really like it. And it's in the shade 17, which is molasses. So I'm gonna line my whole lip. Unfortunately, I do not know how to overline. Whenever I've tried it, it looks really silly on me. Or is the goal to like put the liner around your actual lip line, like the indent of your lip shape? Y'all tell me. Did she do it? Did I do it? Does it look stupid? And I'm just filling it in. That's all. I could absolutely cover my whole lip, but I'm not going to. So that's on. And then I'm going to go with the KVD Color and Crucifix over my whole lip. Hopefully this is the right shade that matches with what I'm trying to do. Yeah. 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 Listen, say what you want. These KVD shades used to be hitting. Okay, and I'm gonna let that dry down. Let this dry, and then we're gonna add another color on top to create more of an ombre effect. And then I'm going to add some mascara, spray my face. You know what I just realized? Which is also probably why my face felt rough. I did not prime before I put on my makeup. Oi! I always forget something. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We've already, the whole face is on. It looks great. It really looks good. It looks good. The blush, we were a bit crazy with that, but it's okay. It's okay. So then now I'm gonna go right in the middle with the same. I can't talk. I'm about to go in the middle of my lips to create a secondary color in the middle of my lips. I said that twice, Cherokee. What the heck? And the shade Sanctuary, also by KVD, which is a paler pink that matches with what closer to my eyes. Let that dry down. Just kind of a vibe, y'all. Don't want to go with a lighter, even lighter color in the middle, in the very, 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 very middle. Do have a really pale pink? Put in the middle? Perhaps? I think it was a little too warm. But that's okay. Where is my lip brush? That is not it. That is my... Oh, actually, that doesn't look too bad. Okay. It dried down less obvious looking the way it was. Okay, so now, I keep saying I'm almost done. I'm almost done. I'm almost done. I think it's a contrasty color. Trying to decide what color do I want to use. What color do I want to use? Yeah, I think I'm gonna break it up with the little blue. It'll look nice too with my piercing. I would love to tell you what this is, but the label is faded. It's just a little glitter topper. And I'm just adding that right above my top, on my top lip. I'm gonna take my lip brush back out and blend it out. Good decision. Real good decision. I feel like that was the final touch. Because that highlighter for some reason showed up on my face, but it wasn't really showing up on my ears for whatever reason. And I'm just gonna take like a flat brush just to blend it out a smidge. It's funny I'm doing all this because when the lights are low, y'all not gonna see my makeup, but I'm extra, which is why I'm doing all this. Okay, so my lips are on. My moles are on. Let me mascara down. I hate this brush. That's for sure. I can't really speak to the formula, but I hate this brush. I should have just sprung for the other one that I normally get, which is the gold and the purple, the Colossal Lash. That one's my favorite. Like, I'm not gonna spend that much money today. I'll just get this one. Should have just sprung for it. This brush is very like early OG mascara wand. Like, not that there's anything wrong with it, but I don't know how much product is being distributed. Like, my lashes look wet, so something's coming off. Also on my left eye, I feel like I need to go over the eyeliner because it's looking a little crusty, you know? But I also don't like how this smells. It smells like a chemical, which I know you're like, duh, Cherokee, you're putting a chemical on your face. I'm like, yeah, but I don't think I've ever noticed mascaras having a smell before. I will say my lashes look extended a little. Not as full as they could look, but that might be my own doing. Cause there is one I like, but I feel like the formula is too damn thick. Like, I feel like my lashes come off with the product when it comes off. Like, I don't need to shellac my lashes. Like, that's crazy. Alright. Okay. I also feel like I want to put that highlight under my eyes. I'm gonna read the packaging though. What does it say? Conditions as it thickens, intense black lashes. Classic volume brush. Yeah, I think it did that. And then now I'm just gonna put a little bit of that highlight underneath my eye. I am being very extra, but I feel like, why not? Just so that the light catches my eye a bit, you know? And I think I'm gonna dab some in my inner corner highlight. Normally I do have an inner corner highlight, but I didn't see anything I liked, so that was why I skipped it. So, this, what do you know, this holographic formula is actually doing it for me. Also, if you're wondering, this product is like dual purpose, so I can use it on my lips, I can use it on my eyes, I can use it on whatever I want to use it for. It's just liquid glitter. That's actually a freaking vibe, y'all. I actually really like how this came out. And look at that, we were completely unsure, so now we gotta set it. So I'm gonna take, hopefully my face stays on because I forgot to put on primer. Like, what kind of life am I living out here? Okay, making a mess. Dropping things and making a mess. So what I'm taking is my Too Faced Hangover 3-in-1 to set my whole face, and then I'm gonna come right back in with that beauty blender and blend everything into my face so that it looks like skin. So everything won't look so much like product on my face, you know? Tones everything down just a notch. And makes it more cohesive of a look. Once again, cannot take credit for that. Is a trick I learned from Miss Jackie Ina. I think she'd be proud though that I executed. Yeah. Okay. Face is on. Face is beat. Everything good. Believe it? With clean hands, because I used one of those protectors. Yummy, and I smell good. So now I can get dressed, and I'll be back with the final look. Okay, and I'm back, and this is the finished look. You can't see my outfit, of course, because I'm sitting down, but my curls are out. You know, this froze are on the way out. Oh, how did I get makeup in my hair? See, foolishness like this. I'm assuming that's powder. Just let it rock. But here's the finished look. I hope that you like it. I went through a few outfit changes, but I think overall it's successful. I'm really digging my curls. Set for this strip here, whatever's going on back there, but I think my skin looks really good. Also, off camera, I did powder my face, so you didn't see that, but I did powder my lower half of my face with the Fit Me powder and the shade Deep, just to make sure that makeup now that blush doesn't look so intense, like I said earlier. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed chatting with me today about your mental health and goals and just life in general. And you know, it wasn't too sad while doing your makeup. Well, I was doing my makeup. I hope it, you know, gave you something. I don't know what you derived from this, but I hope you enjoyed it. But as always, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.